let's review another Decades plush. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Lizzie and I'm a Disney plush collector from the UK. So happy Tuesday, I hope you're all having a great start to your week so far. I'm here with another Disney Decades plush review, and this time it is the plush from the 1940s. So I am coming to you with this one rather late. The UK got it on Monday the 15th of May along with the Pride plush. If you didn't see my Pride plush review, I will leave a card up above, and some new Munchlings which we will be opening up on this channel soon. So if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so, as I upload every Tuesday and Friday, and sometimes some little extras in between. So this did release on Monday the 15th of May. It was a very expensive day for me because of everything that dropped at once, and I was actually quite shocked about the price of this one. So we will get on to that later in the plush review, but I wasn't anticipating to spend as much money as I did that day. So as always, I wanted to show you how it arrived. So the Disney Decades collection always comes in a mesh bag, but for some reason the powers that be at Disney decided it also needed a plastic bag because they really care about cutting down on their plastic waste. So let's free them and start the plush review. So what is it? This is the Peter Pegasus and Family Fantasia Disney 100 Decades Small Soft Toy Set. So as you can see, there are 5 plush in here. So originally we had 2 in the first release, 3 in the second release, and 5 in this release. The 1950s is just 1 plush, which means that I'm hoping it will go back to the same price that the 1920s and 30s were, but the 1940s was a lot more expensive, which I will get onto. So these were available from Shop Disney UK. They're also available in the US and in the parks, and this was the first one we got since the 1930s didn't come to the UK. At the time of filming, the 1930s still hasn't come to the UK, but I managed to get mine picked up from America, so if you want to see that plush review, I will leave a card up above. The price was £58. So the previous 2 were $35 or $34.99, and this was in comparison to them being $50 in the US. So I actually think we got them cheaper over here, whereas with this one in the US it was $65 before tax, and here it was $58, so I actually think it would have been cheaper to get them from the US with the conversion rate. I said in a previous video that I had been expecting them to be $50. I'm hoping for around £50 or less. So I was quite shocked by how expensive they were, really. What's so special about them? So these are the Pegasi Siblings from Fantasia. I have tried googling what their names are, but Shop Disney UK, Disney Wikia, all of them just say Peter Pegasus and the Pegasi Siblings. And I'm like, did you not name these? Have I got to watch Fantasia to know what their names are? I think if Shop Disney UK haven't given them names, they probably didn't have names, but I don't know. I don't have much faith in their fact checking and things. But you've got 5 little Pegasi siblings. Peter Pegasus is the black one with the white hair, and then the colourful ones are the ones that they decided not to name. But they're in a little mesh bag that just opens up, and the tag is on the bag. So it says, Fantasia is Walt Disney's 3rd animated feature film. It was released on November 13th, 1940, and pushed the limits of visual storytelling with its 8 musically based segments. The 5th segment is a light and airy scene with many creatures from the ancient Greek world. Yet it's the adorable Peter Pegasus who captures the hearts of audiences. Rich with beauty and awe, this pastoral piece helps bring to life the magic of Fantasia. If you've forgotten what the Disney Decades collection is about, travel back in time through the last 100 years of the Walt Disney Company with this enchanting limited series. Crafted by Disney artists, this collection offers a chance to celebrate our most beloved characters and how they come to life on screen. From the 1920s onward, every decade captures hearts and imaginations all over again. Go on a magical journey through the years with pieces that embrace the dreamer in us all. And the tag never says that it's like 3 of 10 or anything. But what's really frustrated me about this bag is they've put an extra little tag there, which I'm going to get rid of, because how am I meant to get them out of the bag? They're literally being ridiculous with how they are bringing these out, because why do I want them in a bag? How can I display them when they're in a bag and then not letting me get them out the bag? I paid for them, I can do whatever I want. So you've got Peter Pegasus, who is black with purple hooves and wings and a white tail and mane. He looks very angry. I haven't watched Fantasia in the longest time, so I don't know whether he should be angry. Does he have the right to be angry? I don't know. He's got a little Disney 100 Decades tab that does say Series 3 of 10. I don't get why the tag on the bag doesn't. And then he's got this ridiculous tag as well. And then we've got a sleeping yellow Pegasi who has an orange mane and hooves and a tail. And again, the same 2 tags. And then an orange Pegasi that's just orange all over, just differing shades. And again, got the same tags. I'm just checking they all have the tags. I wouldn't be surprised if Disney missed one. And then the pink Pegasi with the same tags. And again, just a darker shade of pink for the mane and the tail. And then finally, the blue Pegasi, which again is just differing shades of blue rather than blue in another colour. So I can't find any other merch on them. Peter Pegasus does have a Funko Pop, but I couldn't find ones for the Pegasi siblings. But on Disney Wikia, which is the only thing I found that was telling you about them, they were called like Blue Pegasus, Pink Pegasus, and it's really annoying. I don't see why they didn't just give them names. I mean, the other one's got a name like Peter. Who looks at a little Pegasus horse and goes, that's Peter? That is a Peter. I'm like, no. But you get 5 little plushes and they're all quite small, but they're relatively the same size. They can be displayed together. I don't know how when they come in a bag. They looked quite nice in the bag. It's just whether I can get them back in, because they were all kind of sat up, weren't they? So let's start with Blue Pegasus. So I haven't got them in as nice, but I've got to take a picture for the thumbnail. So there we go. But the big question is, are they worth the money? Short answer, no. So the first collection was £35. You got 2, so that worked out decent for the price. And then it was the same price again, and you got 3, so they were even cheaper per character. And then I thought, oh, this is going to be brilliant, 5 plushes, because they are smaller than the pigs, so I thought that the price point would stay the same. I was thinking 5 of them for $35 is going to be brilliant. But then when the US released them, because the US gets the month ahead of us the day we get our month behind, so when we got the 1930s sans the pig, the US got the 1940s. So Disney news pages started coming out with, this is released in Disneyland and Walt Disney World today, here are the prices. And when I saw that they were $65, I was like, that is really naughty, because they haven't given any information about the prices of these things. None of the other items change price. The ears don't, the Loungefly don't. If they are going to fluctuate the price, it should be made clear, because I was budgeting £35. And when it transpired that it was £58 here, because again, we don't get told until it launches on Shop Disney what the price is, I was really disappointed with $58. If it had been £50, which is what I said in my previous decades video, then they would have worked out to about £10 each, and I probably could have made my peace with that. But $58 is ridiculous, because you're talking nearly £12 a plush, when they are so small. They are about the $8.95 small beanbag size. And yes, it's a rarer set of characters, it's a rarer film that doesn't have much merchandise, but I didn't ask for it. If we're looking at what the 1940s had, I would have liked a Saludos Amigos plush set personally. Admittedly, that was just a short from 1942, but the Three Little Pigs from the 1930s was a short as well. I like that they are giving these rarer films their moment. The 1950s is going to be a Shaggy Dog plush, but they're kind of overinflating the price for something that I wouldn't have bought if it wasn't part of this collection. So we have to wonder, is £58 the most expensive they're going to get, or is it going to keep rising? I really wanted the 1930s to be Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and I would have paid like £100 for that. I know it probably wouldn't have been very popular if that was what it was and the price point that it was, but I would have loved that because we can quite clearly see that they are trying to be creative with what they're bringing out by the fact that there's 5 plushes here in this same size bag that holds the others. But don't overinflate the price, because these are smaller than the 3 Little Pigs. They're smaller than Mickey and Minnie from the 1920s. They could have made these still $35 because they're small enough that I think $35 would have been a decent price for them. I'm probably not very popular for saying that, but at the end of the day, when I collect a monthly collection, I want the price to stay the same every month. I can't be shocked on release day that they've upped the price and not made that clear to people. Think of it if they were increasing the price of any other item in this collection. So no, I don't think they were worth £58, but I didn't want an incomplete collection. So here we are. But that is it from me. I really hope you enjoyed this 1940s decades plush review. I am getting the 1950s plush, so that video will be with you soon. Hopefully not as late as this one, but obviously I have just been on a Disney cruise and this plush arrived right before I went, so I had to wait until I was back to film this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below what you thought of this plush, and I will see you on Friday for a Disney Cruise Line vlog. Bye friends!